Our time has come to 24 minutes to 10 o'clock. If you have just tuned in, you are listening to The Voice of Hope. This is the Adventist World Radio in Namibia. Good morning to you and happy Sabbath. Wherever you're catching us from, I'd like to say welcome on board. This is The Voice of Hope. My name is Annette. Good morning to you and welcome. If you happen to find yourself down south in Kitmansop, your frequency is 92.9 FM, Ocho and Ochborongo. That is 103.4 FM, Rundu and surrounding 104.3 FM, Vitflay and Hobart 2 FM. Windhoek, of course, we do not have a frequency yet, but you are not left out. You can still listen to us via the app Radio Garden. Pardon me for that. Radio Garden, and you definitely catch or hear from us. We are the first on that app. That is the mobile app, that is Radio Garden, and you'll be able to hear from us. Should you have any comments, should you like to make a contribution to this radio station, you're welcome to call us on our studio line. That is 08175-85509. That is 08175-85509. That is our studio line here in the city of Windhoek. We're coming to you live from the nation's capital in Windhoek West. Good morning to you and happy Sabbath. Yes, we promised you that from now until the time of 10 o'clock, as usual, we bring you family remedies. And today I'm joined, seems like we're going solo. I'm joined by Shepherdess Baron, Elise Baron. She's standing in for both herself and the pastor, the husband. She's here for family remedies. Good morning, Shepherdess.
Good morning, Annette.
Good morning and welcome aboard. I understand the pastor will be joining us via WhatsApp, Colin.
Okay, yes. Okay, I can make a normal call as well.
Yes.
It's fine.
Yes. As she's busy making that call, we welcome you also viewers from our Facebook page on the Adventist Radio Namibia. I'd like to say good morning. You can put him on the speaker. Would like to say good morning to you and good morning to our listeners. Good morning to each one of you who's listening to us, wherever you're catching us from. We're coming to you live from the nation's capital. Good morning and welcome on board. Happy Sabbath to you. Last week we spoke of a bit of conflict resolutions, but you're going to enter into that. Shepherdess?
Good morning.
I like that.
I'm here.
Good morning. Is the pastor coming through?
Good morning, Eddie.
Good morning. Good morning, Annette. Good morning, AWR listeners. I'm here in the south, in the Congo.
Yes, welcome. Good morning, Pastor. It's good to have you.
Thank you, Annette.
Yes. I hope our people back at home can hear you. I'd like to welcome you once again to Family Remedies.
Thank you.
Would you like to pray for us?
Yes, Annette, I will pray for us.
Yes, please.
Let us close our eyes for prayer. Loving Heavenly Father, we thank you that this morning we can come together again to do family remedies. And Lord, even though we are so far apart from each other, we thank you for the technology that you have availed to us so that we can continue this important topic. I pray for your presence and for your guidance, continued guidance in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you, Pastor, and welcome once again.
Thank you.
I understand you're in Kitmansop.
Yeah. I'm here in the cold front.
How's the weather?
Very cold, very cold.
Is it worse than Windhoek?
It's feels like it.
We can just wish you well and say keep warm.
Thank you.
Yes, we're starting. Last week you mentioned that today we'll be looking at conflict resolution.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think today we're continuing with the last 5 mistakes to avoid when we try and resolve conflict. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You may go ahead, please. Shepherdess.
If we can remember the first 5 that we spoke about the last Sabbath, it was avoiding conflict altogether, don't dealing with it,
Mm-hmm.
thinking that it will, in the long term, in the short term it helps, but in the long term it doesn't. Then being defensive was the second one.
Mm-hmm.
The third one was over generalizing things.
Mm-hmm.
You always,
You never hold any.
Yes. The third one was being right. Just to accept that both of you can be right. You're just seeing things from a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The fourth one was mind reading. Did I miss one? Mind reading, you anticipate what the person
I know what
will
you're going
answer.
to say. I know what you're thinking.
Yes. And forgetting to listen. I'm not sure whether we've done that one. Can Eddie?
I don't remember us doing that.
Forgetting to listen.
Yes.
Yeah. And now we will start with forgetting to listen.
Please.
Yeah. Forgetting to listen is basically that we don't really listen to what the other person say.
Mm-hmm.
We while they are saying something, we are busy preparing our answer.
Retaliation.
Not necessarily that also, but you're thinking, how are you going to construct your sentence? How are you going to answer the person?
Human beings.
And we don't really listen to what the person says. We don't get the emotion behind what they are saying.
Mm-hmm.
And we can do it in different ways. We can roll our eyes. We can, through body language, we can...
Not nice.
Because what is really important is that we want to be understood. And so if you're preparing what you're going to answer, you're not really listening to what the person is saying. So you don't understand what the person is trying to say.
And there's no communication in that.
Yes.
That's sad.
Ed, is there anything you would like to add? Eddie? It seems we've lost you.
Okay.
Hello, sorry. Sorry, no, I accidentally had the mute on.
Okay. Is there anything that you want to add on forgetting to listen?
Yeah, I was saying that this is where we many times miss each other because we're not really listening to each other. We anticipate in what we want to say, and what we want to say means that we're not really listening to what the other person is saying. So we miss each other, and that's where misunderstandings comes in.
Okay. The second one, Annette, is playing the blame game.
Yes.
We criticize the other person, we blame the other person for the situation. And
Pastor, do you want to add on that?
Because we blame the other person,
mm-hmm.
we don't take responsibility for the conflict that has arisen. And that's what the blame game is about. The blame game is really putting the responsibility on the other person and not taking responsibility too. I think in any conflict, Annette, our listeners need to remember, in any conflict, we will be dishonest if we don't ask ourselves, what contribution did I make to this conflict? If I always blame the other person, now I'm sure that you have been in a relationship, maybe not, although we're talking about couple relationships here, but I'm sure that we have found ourselves in relationships where I'm always the one guilty. I'm always blamed, and if you think of where you are always blamed, the frustration and the anger brings up in your heart. So think of a relationship where you always feel angry because you're always the one to blame. Now, if the other person is always innocent, you'll be angry. Now, imagine if you are on the receiving end, you are always the person blaming the other person. So think of how angry that person must be. That's what the blame game does. It brings a lot of anger and resentment.
And it also discourages you to discuss issues that is of concern. Yeah. Because I don't want to say anything because I know I'm going to be the guilty one.
Yes. At the end of the day, I'll be blamed for this. So you tend to hold back and maybe even withdraw. So at the end of the day, again, there's no communication.
Yes.
And you're not going anywhere. That is sad.
Yes.
I see a comment from Chindo Mvanena. He's saying that nice topic. How do we get tips on this subject?
Yeah. Annette, if I can just respond to that question. Yes. Remember we said that we had hoped that we could have done all 10 last week, on the mistakes as expounded by, and I mentioned the name of the lady who's written this very important article.
Yes.
And that is Elizabeth Scott. And I said, once we've gone through these 10 mistakes that she expounds on, that we make when it comes to resolving conflict, then we will look at the actual, exercise and principles in how do we resolve conflict. But we just wanted to get this out of the way.
Yes.
So just ask my brother, he must just be patient with us, because we will get to how do we really go about resolving conflict.
Yes. Thank you so much. Hope you heard that, Brother Chindo Mvanena. It's just follow us on our page and stick with us. You definitely get those tips as time goes by. Once these 10 problems or conflicts that we need to get out of the way, then we can definitely get into the depth of the matter on conflict resolutions. Your issues will definitely be shared. Shabanes?
The eighth point, Annette,
yes,
is trying to win the argument.
Ish.
Now, remember we spoke earlier about, win-win. Both must win when it comes to conflict. If one loses, then it creates resentment, and it creates defensiveness, and it shuts down the communication. So when we talk about trying to win the argument, we must know that there's an important principle that I just want to share with us, and this is not actually mine. It comes from, the well-known media counselor, Dr. Phil. He says, if people are focused on winning the argument, the relationship loses. And I think that's a very important principle, that if I am intent, that means I'm determined that I am not going to lose this argument, I'm going to win this argument, then we must accept it if the relationship suffers as a result of it. Because it's only when we have mutual understanding and we can come to an agreement, that means there's a win-win situation, that is building towards the relationship.
We're not in a competition.
Thank you.
Yes.
I think that
one against the other.
Yes, it has to be made clear.
Yeah. We're running the race together.
I like before Pastor you come in, I like the fact that you keep on saying, I like what the shepherd has just mentioned now. We're not in a competition. And the moment we keep on arguing and you want to win the argument all the time, it will not take you anywhere, because one, you're not listening, you're not willing to listen to your partner, you're not willing to listen to them so that you make an informed decision on how to move forward. Because if you just want to keep on winning arguments all the time, the relationship is not moving forward. You're not being heard, you're not listening to your partner, the partner is not listening to you. You're just stagnant.
Yeah, and what you're actually communicating, Annette, is it's a you and me. It's not a us. It's me against you.
Ish.
No, and that's the vision. Mm-hmm. You need to unite because you want to resolve the conflict together.
Yeah, a simple question that I can ask with regard to this point, especially to our couples, to our husbands and wives, and is why are we together? Why did we form this union? If we are not determined to make it a union,
yes,
because when we are forever in competition, I mean, look, teams that win are teams that can work together, but they win against another team who also, is trying the best to come together, but you will never win if you don't come together in a union. So the question is, why are we together? Why did I choose this person to spend my life with? If I am forever in competition with this person and not interested in building a union, did I? I'm sorry, but I have to ask this question because, and I know it's uncomfortable question, but did I marry just because I was lonely? Did I marry just because I had a competition with a friend and she was so pretty? I had to get her before he got her. Because many times we come into relationships and into marriages for the wrong reason. Now, if we had come, and I want to say this here, Annette, if we had come into our current marriage or relationship for the wrong reason, we can still turn it around. And we can still, build the union that needs to be there. But if we are in it for the wrong reason and we don't care, then we will continue to compete against each other. Because remember, competition will get worse, especially for those couples who are hearing or are listening and who are experiencing what I'm going to say now, is that competition gets worse when the children are there. Because then we compete for the attention of the children.
Yes.
And the children learns that they or sees the competition and they become manipulators because they know to which parent they can run to. And what our parents need to know is that you can read any book on youth ministry that discusses this particular topic, and they will tell you that a child who has learned to manipulate one parent against the other becomes a problem child, a delinquent child. So we are, there's an Afrikaans word, scallops, especially, for us who come from Cape Town, we talk about scallops. You are developing scallop children. Those are children who are deceptive. And who learn to manipulate, to go through life manipulating others.
Wow. Shepherdess?
I love the question that you've asked, that we need to consider. Why did I get married in the first place? And I think for couples who, if it's an important question, if you can go back and just revisit your reasons again. And because life throws so many things at us that we can lose focus.
Yeah.
And if we go sit down and look at those reasons again, we might find our way back again.
Yes. Yeah.
The next one, Annette.
We have 5 minutes.
Okay, I'll be quick because then Eddie can finish off with the last one. Is making character attacks. You attacking the person's character. You're not dealing with the issue or the problem. Like if your spouse would leave his clothes on the floor, you would say you are lazy and inconsiderate,
sluggish.
Or if the woman, or if the wife wants to discuss a problem with the relationship, the husband might say, "Oh, you're so needy."
You're so clingy.
Character attacks is so destructive. You know, it can last for so long. You know, you may at the end of the day resolve the issue, but that hurt,
it still remains in the person's mind.
Yes.
Psychologically.
Yes, it may take so much longer to deal with it. So we need to remember to treat each other with respect and deal with the issue, not attack the person.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and then the last one, since our time is so limited, the last one is stonewalling.
What is that, Pastor?
Stonewalling.
Okay.
Yeah. So what is stonewalling? Stonewalling is when we refuse to talk or listen to the partner. And that can call, can lead to the fact that the partner might feel disrespected, and it can also create contempt in the heart of the partner.
Sure.
And it can create hard feelings, and obviously it will damage the relationship. As you know, we discussed the issue earlier with regard to the right time to speak, and when we're going to, I remember we discussed this in a previous presentation, but we will come back to this when we look now at the principles of resolving conflict. How do we go about resolving conflict? But maybe what I can just say here is that, when one partner stonewalls, it's not going to help build the relationship, because remember, I always refer back to the Johari window, which talks about openness, self-awareness, self-respect, and trust. So stonewalling is not going to open up the conversation. Stonewalling will close the conversation.
And it even, and it might even.
Oops, sorry. It's okay.
Sorry, we need to take time to listen and talk to each other.
It might even lead to mind reading. Because you say nothing, I'm going to assume and look at your actions and make my own conclusions and assume this is what you're trying to say.
Yeah. Pastor?
Yes, Annette?
Oh, are you done?
Yes, I'm done with Annette.
Oh, all right. Thank you so much, Shepherdess. Yes, you're done. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Our time has come to 2 minutes to 10 o'clock. Unfortunately, we have to come to an end, and more are still to coming. That is that will be coming next Sabbath. Therefore, I'd like to encourage you that keep on listening to the Adventist World Radio Namibia as we bring you issues that affect us at home, issues that affect our society, issues that affect our nation. And when you speak of family remedies, when you want a better nation, a better society, it all starts back at home. They say charity begins at home. Therefore, we need to become better communicators in our homes, with our children, with our spouses, and later on as the communication channel extends to our colleagues, to the people in our communities, in our society, and the nation at large. That way, we have a better communication, a nation that is well built, where people can communicate and understand each other, and even tolerate one another. And hence, it's important that we continue having such kind of talks on family remedies. And we're busy with communication for the past how many months now. We're busy with that because it's quite important that you and I need to be better listeners. We need to be better communicators in our societies, in our homes, so that we have a better nation. Having said that, let me thank you once again, the Barons, for gracing this program on family remedies. Until next week, I would like to wish you well and happy Sabbath. Pastor? Thank you so much. Stay tuned as we continue bringing you, we'll be bringing you Sabbath School, and this week's lesson is Living by the Word of God. Stay tuned as we do so. For our viewers on Facebook, we might have to excuse us, but you can still listen via the app Radio Garden. You'll be able to hear from us. And remember, at 11:15, we're bringing you Divine Service with Elder L. Mudavati. Therefore, I'd like to encourage you that you stick around as we bring you Divine Service at 11:15. But for now, we're bringing you this week's lesson, Sabbath School lesson, which is lesson 13, Living by the Word of God. Stay tuned.
Thank you, my sister.